Day 97. Oh, they give me some free foundation repellent from Anne Babbage. Master Simon, imagine my surprise upon arriving at the estate this morning only to discover a second foundation so casually situated among the trees and chirping crickets of the west grounds. Now, I have never professed to be a skilled draftsman, and maybe this is not as unintended as a mistake as it appears. There is a chance that this redundant room is part of some greater strategy I cannot fathom, or perhaps more likely, morbid curiosity simply got the better of you. However, should that curiosity wane, and you come to regret your recent decision, this can of repellent will certainly prove useful. Okay. Well, we're not going to have a foundation for a week, which does make me a little sad. Yeah, Anne Babbage, my favorite. She is my absolute favorite character. I am very convinced at this point that there is nothing that we can do with the foundation out here other than use the repellent. Because there seems to be no way of accessing the elevator. I was really hopeful that we'd be able to go down an elevator and access a secret thing. I don't think we can. We got an ornate compass today. That's awesome. My moon pendant has saved me an ornate compass for the day. Now we don't get the foundation back for a week, which means any shortcuts I may want are just not there. My only option for a shortcut basically is to draft the fucking garage and open it. Grumble, grumble. All right. What are we trying to do today? We're trying to figure out what the hell we're doing today. I want treasure troves. I want blue rooms in rank 8. I want maybe more items to maybe another power hammer. Start with a break room. Excuse me? Okay. No. Okay, is this just everything in this column is doubled? I hate it here. My thought was do everything in this column 2 times. No, it's all the numbers in that room are doubled. Essentially. Boudoir's fine. Get some dice, get a gem. Let's go observatory. That's 2 trunks in the entrance hall. That's 5 gems. That's a key. That's apples are delicious. That is... avoid it. Honestly, rooms with 4 doors just ends up meaning I get weight room and archives every time. Oh, I want the treasure trove, but study this early is great. Yeah. Okay. I'm also thinking I need to be in the den at 1:30 now. The den is a room full of clocks. It's about fucking time. And there's a little thing underneath the clock. I'm like, what if it just opens at 1:30. Speak of the devil, there's a den right there. Let's do the pantry, though. I feel like so many of these rooms have secrets I just haven't really thought about yet. We'll do the parlor. You know? Then let's go back and do this. Sure, hallway. I want to use my last key on that, though. We'll wait. Treasure trove. Alright. Better find a way to get some keys. Manor of the King. I want shops. I didn't check what kind of a crate this is. This is a blue a blue memo with a blue box of the moon. Blue moon. And I think because of the last one, green memos and blue boxes are sometimes false. I think we assume they're always true. Fen Ares borders a poetic realm. I think that's green. I think we assume that's true, right? Because Fen Ares borders Eraja. Poetic. Yeah. So that is true. That is not a very helpful note, but I'm hoping you guys will continue giving me helpful notes here soon. Okay. I want to juice the commissary so I can buy some items with my 162 gold. But I don't want to leave myself with just the parlor door. So I think we take a corridor here too. Mount Holly gift shop. Ooh, showroom. We'll do that. Okay. Emerald bracelet, silver spoon, master key. We buy the master key. We also buy a moon pendant. Because. And an emerald bracelet. What the hell? We buy all of it. Now we can use gems just for swapping out what room we get instead of having to pay for rooms. Fuck it, we ball. Okay. And keys can be just used for trunks. I have not done this yet. If it's anything like the last one, I'm going to fail, but we will try our best not to. This box is not blue. That's false. Every statement with the word blue is false. Okay. The black box and blue box are empty. Well, we know this to be false. If this is true, then that means this statement is false, which means the black box is not empty. Which is not correct. I guess they're in here then? And what they're trying to say is the black box and blue box are empty is true, which means this is false. Guess that's the only way it works. I don't know. That seemed weird to me. Okay, we'll take breakfast nook. We'll go back. We'll use our key on this locked trunk here. Commissary's a dead end, but I can rotate it. Den would actually be lovely here. Exactly like that. Now, what time is it? It's like not even 10 yet. I'm really wondering if this opens up at 1:30. Aquarium kitchen. Kitchen goes up. Food for sale. Commissary items for sale is actually pretty great here. Shovel for 6. We'll take it. Let's get these shops out of the way. Mount Holly gift shop, sure. This is like the only place I've seen this exact version of like the logo in the full blue. Sure, bedroom closet. Oh. Okay. Hey, bitch, we got a master key. Oh god, ballroom here would be so atrocious. I'll do spare green room through here. Kind of like a garage. Kind of like a garage. Got about things until you spend 42,069. Ooh. Nice. That's kind of what I thought, actually. I have that written down in my notes. Conference room gives me doors. We'll do that. We have a key card. This is fine. Let's go back, though. I'm a smart cookie. Why do I keep failing the parlor puzzles? I mean, other than the fact that I have gotten angry at trying. Oh, jeez. Okay, we'll do security, but we'll rotate it one. We'll rotate it again, so that it's this way. Yeah. This frickin' compass is perfection. Okay, keycard system. Set security level. Security level to high. We've done that. Back. Yeah, we're kind of aimless now, you know? And that's frustrating because right now the North Star is get through that stupid door down there, and I just have no leads on how to do that. Feels like it was just yesterday you said you hated the parlor, now you're like, oh, I love it. Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, there are a few things I'm sort of working on. Let's see here. Set my keys to 0 is actually perfect here. For each bedroom you draft after your second, I guess. Start experiment. Because we have the master key, so that's fine. Set your keys to 0 is fine. Yeah, the last thing I was trying to work on was putting things in the shrine, you know, in the outer room. Can't do that right now because I fucked it up with the foundation. I don't know. I kind of want to. We already blew up the dynamite in the. Yeah, now the foundation should be out of there tomorrow. I did the repellent on it. I blew up the dynamite in the trading post, and that was fun. I feel like there's got to be more stuff in... Honestly, both the basement and the tomb, I feel like there's more puzzles there. But beyond that, my sense is like just... Can I get more help from... Like, are there more clues I'm missing? And the two places that seem like they want to give me clues are the treasure trove and blue memos in rank 8. So I'm kind of thinking I need to like focus on that, you know? Because that's my only source right now for... My only like consistent source now for new information. But that's so limited. Like 1 per day. The morning room? Okay, there's the showroom again. Sanctuary keys? Done. We have 8, solved 8. And I solved the puzzle in room 46 and read the will. Maybe I need to read the will again. That might be my best bet. Let's redraw here. I don't like any of those options. None of those are very interesting. We have a shovel, so let's do the kennel. Passageway seems pretty good here. So I don't know what this means. Okay, we'll go east. Casino is interesting, but I have no money right now. Let's rotate and put the music room here. Might have a secret garden key. It does have a secret garden key. So that way we can potentially get into the antechamber again. Special keys. We'll do normal key here. Utility closet. Not my favorite dead end, you know? Locksmith is a good dead end. But I don't really need keys right now. I have a master key. Guess we'll do wine cellar, get some gems. Do I have a list of threads to keep in mind? So I have a few different lists. I have my to-do list. Which is very quickly becoming nothing. Still need to do antechamber and entrance hall back in the outer room. Kind of curious to see about drafting a tunnel all the way to the ends of both columns, of every column, but I think I just get gems at those. I do want to try... There's something about the planetarium and the telescope that I've done 2 little upgrades to it. I'm kind of curious if there's like... I think the planet spiral in the classroom tells you what planet will show up at what point in your star progression, if that makes sense. But I feel like there might be something else there. Maybe if I get to 50 stars, maybe if I go back to, 1 star, I don't know. There's something I wanted to check in that I just completely forgot about. There's a couple rooms I just wanted to look at things a little more closely. And then as far as like open-ended questions, I keep debating if I missed a clue in the aquarium, because I found 2 archives keys, but there are 4 rooms in there, and I didn't see obvious clues in there. I keep wondering if there's more to the Gemstone Caverns. Is there a puzzle in there? Part of me wants to go back with like a sledge, the power hammer, or a jackhammer to the Gemstone Cavern. Still have a question about barren ground and then missing letters. And then as far as like other threads to follow, Mary, my 2 big open like things the game seems to be pointing me towards are Mary with the train stops, and then next to the chess puzzle, castle. But what else to do with that, I don't know. But I might need to just play around with the chess puzzle a little more. Archives sounds like a disaster. Take dining room. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure that's something. That was very clearly like something the game wanted me to find. But it just said castle and that's it. So I don't know. Maybe castle refers to rooms found in a castle. Yeah, and I've got a couple of those. Also, hi, Chompers. We've got the treasure trove, the throne room, the tomb, and the armory. Did I take a picture of castle? I did. Actually, I wrote it down. I didn't take a picture of it. I just wrote it down. With the empty notches next to it and everything. I guess we just take casino here. Okay, I don't want to wager until I can get at least 20 here, I think. Because 20 is the minimum where there's like an allowance upgrade. But I also haven't been back down there in a tiny bit, so who knows? Maybe there's something I'm missing there. Well, of course, Nathan went, oh, when he saw, yeah, of course. Yeah, those didn't seem to have much other than lore, but, you know, could be wrong. I could turn gymnasium to just stick it nicely in here. Or I could make this a nice little dead end right in the middle. I will hold off just for a moment on that. Been lurking and cooking dinner? Nice. Well, why don't we just rotate this? And make the doors line up. Then I can just avoid, although sometimes... Car keys. I could draft a garage here, potentially. I said I could draft a garage here. That's fine. And it might be too high for the garage. I might need to be like a notch lower. So I don't think I've ever drafted it this high up, but maybe you can. You think it can appear as high as 8? Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen it that high, but that's highly likely. That's true. It is a blue room. Sledgehammer. What do I have? I don't have a handle. I don't have a anything really useful there. Why don't we do a courtyard and rotate it completely? God, this compass is fucking great. Best item in the game. That's not true. There's a lot of good items in the game. I love that the kennel thing unlocks the security doors too. All right. Vault bedroom, huh? I don't want to do a any blue rooms here. I want to wait because I have the whole thing up there. I kind of want to redraw, get something that goes through maybe. Mechanarium. How many mechanical rooms do I have? 1, 2, 3. Only 3, huh? 4. I have 4. Let's do that. Wait. No? Only 3? Does it not count itself? No, I only have 3. You're right. Fuck, and it went the wrong way. Oh well. We'll go up this way. Master key. Alright, we want blue rooms here. Boiler room is a blue room. Dinner is served. Which is actually not very far, so that's good. Okay, we need this to be like this right now so that I have access to the bridge. Yeah, dining room's right here. That one requires a showroom, right? So that's 30 steps. Lovely. All right, let's see if we can find a note in the boiler room. A memo. Might be up top, but I feel like it's more likely down here. More places to like tuck something. There it is. The high pressure condenser box is connected to not 1 but 2 remote power boxes. Yeah, the one in the passageway underneath that leads to the top of the gear, and the one in the rooms I'm trying to get through. Good note, but not that helpful right now. Boiler. I'll say red box connected to 2 rooms. Two remote boxes. Good to know that that confirms that it's not 3 or 5 or 12. 2. And I found them both. Go this way. I'd like doors here. I'd like a door that goes south, I think. I said I'd like a door that goes south. Interesting. We can take dark room. If this is locked, I can use secret garden key. And then I can do... Wait, hang on. It's chirping at me. It's a rock. Random Red, thank you for the follow. What is chirping at me and why? Where? Oh my god, single coin right there. Look at that. Let's pull these antechamber levers. How you doing? How's your day? Happy Tuesday. I'm gonna pull both of these actually right now. Because I do want to revisit the puzzle. The Room 46 puzzle. It's been a while since I read it, and I don't have a magnifying glass right now, which makes me a little sad. But maybe there's time to find one. I really wish there was a fast way to do this. But this game is like, hold your horses. Not everything needs to go fast. Take your time. Alright, and then I don't really care what's up here, right? Actually, I sort of do, because I want to make it into the antechamber, but let's just brave it and assume that whatever we get is going to give us a door to the left. It doesn't. It's a locksmith. But that's okay, because we have other doors. Special key, I guess. Edgar's being a goofus. Got a prism key. That's pretty useless right now. Alright, let's go back to the boiler room. Okay. Oh, good. A chamber of mirrors, right where I want it, too. Given that we're not, like, making it out of here, I think weight room might not be terrible. And this gets me into the antechamber. But I kind of want blue doors, I guess, if I can. So we'll redraw. Rumpus room goes through, and it's blue. Let's take it. Alzara. Ooh, running shoes. Alzara, why don't you tell me more? Why don't you tell me more? Like, so, when I said this thing, what I fucking meant was, the real Alzara was an Erajan soothsayer who belonged to the royal court of Ares. He was banished from the realm in the 15th year of Agera for a prophecy that did not come to pass. Interesting. I'm going to write that. I'm going to take a picture of that because that's too long to write down. Okay. Cute, but not particularly helpful as of right now. Probably. Edgar, is there a reason you're being a whiny today? God, I really actually want coat check, but let's do aquarium. Now here's the question. Is there a memo in this room? And if so, do I have to drain the fucker to see it? Because this is technically a blue room. But it's also not, like, strictly speaking, a blue room in the same way the other ones are. It just counts as one. That's a weird one. We'll have to think about that. Wine cellar could be interesting. Garage could be interesting. If I get garage, it'll be powered. Throne room is cute, but not what I want. Library. I could rotate library. I can't rotate library. I can only do that on the first rooms. I'm going to take the coat check here. Coat check is drawn slightly more often the day after checking a new item. Interesting. So the rarity of the coat check changes. The one day after checking. Interesting. Don't mind me. Nope. I was thinking there might be a trick if I hit the thing 8 times. 5. This is a puzzle, isn't it? You almost want to figure out how the game's drafting works on the back end? Yeah. I think that in addition to the known rules, there's some stuff about or the known rarities. I think there's probably some other stuff about certain rooms have increases in rarity, so or you're more likely to draw common rooms right at the beginning, and so you're very unlikely to get, let's say, throne room right off of the entrance hall, even if you were to lower the rarity of throne room to more common. I don't know, because that's a fucking trapdoor, you know. But and then there's sort of a puzzle in here of 1. There's 7 and 8 over here. There's a 5 on this. Right, I have the chronograph. I could take the chronograph. And then the cat and the cat in the coat, right? Maybe I need the kennel, and then I need a dig spot in here, and if I dig the dig spot in here, the thing will open up. And then I can go in the trapdoor? I don't fucking know. Do I want the chronograph? It'll make me more likely to draw a tomorrow room, which could be a clock tower, could be a... And I could stick the bracelet or the master key in the coat check. Okay, master key has been checked. Closed exhibit. They are security locked. That's fine. We will still take it, because this does give me a door to here. Closed exhibit was interesting, and we've gotten the red crown one time. Okay, so we have the antechamber. We can draft out of the antechamber onto the other side. That's cute. Let's draft this corner. Sure, we'll take mail room for a package for tomorrow. We'll go this way. Yeah, that thing. We'll use a regular key because I don't have a special key anymore. I could freeze my account, or I could do clock tower. 30 coins, 16 gems. Or I could start with 1, 2, 3. I guess we'll do clock tower. I haven't done clock tower much. The clock tower has the rook up here. Sometimes it has the stopwatch. It has a compass today. I'm not going to take the compass. It is almost 1:30. Oh, I didn't open the main antechamber door. That sucks. Compass is a really weird word if you think about it. It is. Comp ass. Oh, I passed it. I didn't make it in time. I wanted to see if I could do 1:30 there. Okay, I don't think we have a king anywhere. We don't have an office, and we don't have a compass. Yeah. We don't have an office, and we don't have a throne room. I wanted to see if you opened up. And since we didn't, I might be able to make it back because of the shoes. I might be able to make it back to the room 46 to look at the puzzle one more time. Do you want to look at this one more time? Yeah, I got auto-modded. I also think like all those foreman's notes are probably something. Castle. Problem is I don't have a full thing, so I don't think I can do much with this. You know, I can put like put the rook up here. I have a knight. Nope, a knight there. Chapel right next to it. Sure, I have a pawn just everywhere. There you go. In the parlor, and then I've got a queen in the study. That's it. I do not have a king. Hmm. Yeah, my sense on this is literally 0. I'm like, we've got throne rooms, I got a treasure trove. I know there's a castle under the ground. Can't spell castle with those. It's the king in the castle that can swap places, not the queen, I think. I guess my only question on this is, like, is the information needed to solve this in this room? Or is it more of a meta puzzle? Because, like, there's nothing else I can click on other than these. You know, this is the only thing I can touch in this room. It is technically 2 clues, not quite 8 gates level. Yeah, that's sort of what I figured. It's more of a meta puzzle. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Also, hi Sadie, how are you? You know, like, there are ways, I think, to spell castle with my rooms. But, like, that'll take a, you know, that'll be a lot of, like, very specific drafting, and I don't know that they would actually make me do that, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, you could make castle. I guess exhibit could be E. That seems... Oof. That seems very unlikely in some ways. Compasses are stupid things literally every time. I agree with that statement. The compass has always fucked me over more than it has helped me in this game. I don't know that I've ever had a time where I was like, yes, the compass is what I need right now. No, every time it's always just like, oh great, this shit again. Nick, earlier I was like on a thing about these. I was like, do these mean something? Why are these here? Do I have to... I was like, I'm gonna try to come down here with the burn lamp and like set them on fire. I can't go through that way because there's nothing there. It's an empty room. Cute. You love the rural juror? I love the rural juror. But have you read his follow-up book, Urban Fervor? You're far enough in that the caveat of, I fully believe there are unsolved puzzles still. Yeah. Cannot light the fuses on fire or anything. That's what I, yeah. In my head, I was like, why are they all down here? They're like where the green light is that opens up the door there. See, look at this. 8. We got all 8 of them. Honestly, that was 2 full play days ago that we solved the last of those. This is not open right now, right? Yeah, because I have the boiler room configuration set wrong. Alright, I think we can make it back to the antechamber. We have actually like a weirdly straight path through the house back to room 46. We also opened this, by the way. We did that on numeric coring, and that is something I don't want to think at all about. Those were one of the last things you did because it refused to give you the vault key. There's one vault key I'm still missing, I think. No, maybe not, because there's only 4, I think, right? That's okay to tell me. I think I asked somebody at one point or looked it up that there were... I'm not missing like 25 vault keys. I think there's only 4 of them. And I think I might actually have all 4 opened. Go light the lamp in the hidden room at the beginning. There's no lamp and there's nothing I can light in it. It would not give you Vault 370 for like 20 days. Oh no. Alright, I think I can go back through the chapel and then kind of just straight through. Feeding the piggy, feeding the piggy. This. Coat check. Cat check? Coat? Do I need to bring a cat into the coat check? Alright, well we learned basically nothing. Is there, motherfucker? Why is there not a memo in this room? Or do I have to drain the fucker to get a memo? And if I do have to drain the fucker to get a memo... I'll have to think on that one. Okay, so... There's a memo in there? Oh my god, I'm sure there is. Hi, Crown. So I probably do have to drain it again to get the memo. Which honestly makes sense. Okay, so we've solved this before. You accidentally ate a whole glob of wasabi? Ooh. Is it tickling your tongue? So what did we decide the order of operations was here? I don't think I wrote it down because I'm an idiot. Oh, jeez. I don't think I wrote it down because I'm an idiot. It was definitely 1 and 8 were both here, right? And we know that I think 7 was here. Blueprints is blueprinting. I am puzzled. I am fully puzzled. Let's see, and I think we said that it was like... It was like 2 or something. Alright, hang on. I need to write it down this time. Okay, here they are. So yeah, Nuance was right before Fen Ares. Vera was right after Morajai. Morajai was right after maybe Arch Ares? Arch Ares was not second. Who's in the kitchen? Thank you, Moose. Maybe it was Iraja second. And then Arch Ares? Fork found in kitchen. Was it like 6? No, it was like 6, 5, 4? Yeah, there it was. Okay, I need to write that down exactly. And the problem is, as soon as you solve it, it puts it away. So it was 1, 2, 3. Morajai, Vera, Carrerica. Okay. So the deed we'd already seen. All you have is cakes? Ooh, cakes are always good. We seek the land, forest, and waters of the Sheer Cliffs that rest in the northern shadow of the Hollyleaf Mountain. If I had a Blueprints house in real life, what room would I add to my draft pool? I would add all the green rooms to my draft pool. The area is sheltered. Shelter. In hand and seal, I make my mark. In the grand year of Fen Ares 1912, Lord Droclementine. Yeah, we know about that. Respectively and respectfully. The 2 cuckoo clocks are on set to 1:30. The 8 stone statues. Yeah. I should. Physical deed, as well as many other persons. The location of the room has been kept secret, blah, blah, blah. A timely manner. Earned in Heritage Foundation. House be immediately winnowed and sealed with explicit instructions to allowances that the site shall not be reopened until black flags are once again flying over Oris, or 110 years have passed since my death, whichever shall come first. 110 is the number of rooms in the house as well, the number of total rooms in the directory also. So that 110 is an interesting additional number because it's 4664. Also, whether he finds room 46 or not, leave and bequeath him the original manuscripts of his mother's works that were produced here under the roof of his childhood home. Draft copies of Red Prince, A New Clue. Thanks for the hydrate. I hope that in due time and in the natural order of things. 18th of March, 1993. This page feels like the most relevant, but I'll take pictures of the whole thing. Things that jump out at me here. One is 110 years have passed since my death, and we found in the drafting studio the note that said directory is 46 numbered rooms and 8 types, 8 categories of 8 rooms each, right? Which add up to 110. So 110 is an interesting number here. But then this page, the original manuscripts of Red Prince and A New Clue. And I don't think I have seen those. And they're not in here. I found A New Clue, and I found Red Prince, but preliminary draft copies. Can I push these in order? No? Under the roof of her childhood home. I mean, there's the copy of the Red Prince in the master bedroom, but it seems to be the same as the one from the nursery. Like, they weren't really different, although I haven't taken a magnifying glass to it. I don't have a magnifying glass now. You'd think he would be like, I left them to him here. Draft copies are handwritten, not typed ones. The scripts. Yeah, those I have not found either of. Yeah, I've not found either of those. And that's the problem, is I don't know where to look other than maybe the archives, but again, I've already found two different keys in the to the archives. And I think there's more. I also found one Filebox key to the underground, and I opened that. And it makes me also think that there are Filebox keys to the file cabinets in the basement. Oh, I got another 45 room run. But yeah, like, I feel like I just need to find fucking more notes. I feel like I just need as many memos as I can get my hands on right now. Dynamite is done. Burning glass in the basement didn't do anything. The other things in the basement didn't seem to do anything. Okay. What was the thing you said you didn't find from what you just read? These original draft manuscripts of Red Prince and a New Clue. Not the published versions, but the draft versions. That is the one thing that I have seemingly not found that I think will, honestly, that seems like likely to be my single biggest clue going forward. But I have no idea where they would even be. Huh, there's the clock tower. So all I can really think of is, you know, draft more treasure troves to get more notes there, draft more blue rooms in rank 8 to get more clues there. This is like the kitchen. And this is the dining room? Interesting. I wonder if the kitchen and the dining room have something to do with it. It's got to be the dining room. What else has a table like that other than the conference room? But like, the conference room is much longer table than that. Dining room, I think that's the right number of tables. And then this is clearly the kitchen. It's got like a stove. Huh. Okay. I'm gonna have to keep that a note on that. It's way smaller though. That's interesting. Yeah. Okay. Need to make a new page of to-dos. The only other thing I can think about is, like, what else has a table like that in the center, right? Not the office. Conference room is way too many. Dining room doesn't really have a table there. Or doesn't have, like, a little bench there or anything. You haven't looked at the blueprint that long before? Fucking foyer. I'm still convinced there's something there. Kitchen seems like it could be accurate. It's not classroom. Looks like dining room and kitchen to me. The library does? Yeah, but the library only has like 3 chairs around it. Yeah, that's clearly like, that's a dining setup, 10 chairs. And then there's like, I mean, but that's like a sofa on the other side. So I mean, none of these really line up exactly. But I think we have to call it a day here because I don't think I can even make it anywhere at this stage. I'm going to take a picture of this. Although those doors are not dining room doors. But then again, this doesn't have doors on it at all. So I don't know that this even is anything. But alright, let's call it a day here. Oof. Garden Shopping Center of Tomorrow. If every room is 7 by 7 on the inside, your house would fit inside 2 of those rooms? Yeah. Would fit into 2 of those rooms. Hi, Havoc. Yeah, it's a pretty huge mansion. We need to take a really quick break, but I'll be back and we'll do another run or 2. So, be right back.